Alright, welcome back to Advent of Cyber. This is day 13. Today's room is going to be YARA Rules. YARA mean one. So let's go ahead and open this up. When Miss Kitty went missing, there was chaos and uncertainty at the Best Festival Company. However, even in her disappearance, Miss Kitty was trying to help the TBFC Blue Team. Taking a page out of the crisis communication process, Miss Kitty sent what looks like a bunch of images to the Blue Team from an anonymous location. These images look like they were related to Easter preparations, but they contained a message sent by McSkitty. The crisis communication process outlines that a message might be sent through a folder of images containing hidden images that can be decoded if you know the key word. The blue team has to create a YARA rule that runs a directory containing the images. The YARA rule must trigger on a keyword followed by a code word. After extracting all the code words in ascending order, the blue team will be able to decode the message. Learning objectives for today will be understanding the basic concept of YARA, learn when and why we need to use YARA rules, explore the different types of YARA rules, learn how to write YARA rules, and practically detect malicious indicators using YARA. So connect to machine, we've already done that. Okay, YARA overview. At this stage, Miss Kitty, the lead defender, has entrusted you with the mission involving the use of YARA rules. Before jumping into action, let's take a closer look at what YARA is, how it works, and why it's such a valuable tool in TBFC's fight to protect SOCMAS. YARA is a tool built to identify and classify malware by searching for unique patterns, the digital footprints left behind by attackers. Imagine it as a detective's notebook for cyber defenders. Instead of dusting for prints, YARA scans code, files, and memory for subtle traces that reveal a threat's identity. Within TBFC, YARA serves as a silent guardian, scanning through the systems and uncovering the faintest traces of malicious activity that others might overlook. Now, as snow drifts over Wareville and the SOCMAS network trembles under threat, it's your turn to wield this tool and restore the balance. So, why does YARA matter? You might wonder why McSkitty chose this tool for the mission. In the world of cyber attacks, defenders face an endless stream of alerts, suspicious files, and anomalous network fragments. Not every threat stands out. Some hide in plain sight, disguised as harmless documents or scripts. That's why YARA shines. YARA gives defenders the power to detect malware by its behavior and patterns, not just by name. YARA allows you to define your own rules, providing your own view of what constitutes malicious behavior. And you're not alone. Many YARA rules have already been written by defenders from other kingdoms that once faced similar threats. You can use, adapt, and improve these shared rules to strengthen TBFC's defenses and protect SOCMAS together. For the defenders of SOCMAS, this means faster detection, smarter hunts, and fewer threats slipping by unseen. So in what situations might defenders rely on this tool? Post-incident analysis, threat hunting, intelligence-based scans, and memory analysis. Examples shown below show common uses of YARA. So YARA values. In the constant battle to protect SOCMAS, time and precision matter most. That's where YARA shows its true values. It gives defenders clarity in chaos. With YARA, you're not waiting on an antivirus update or a third-party alert. You have the power to create your own rules, detect new variants, and act before the threat spreads. For TBFC defenders, YARA brings several key advantages such as speed, flexibility, control, shareability, and visibility. Now that you understand what YARA is and when to use it, it's time to see how it actually works. A YARA rule is built from several key elements, which is metadata, strings, and conditions. This is how it looks in practice. So we see the metadata here, which includes the author, the description, and the date. And we can also see strings here, string 1, string 2, and the URL, condition, any of them. In this example, you can see that meta section contains fields like author, description, and date. These fields are not required, but they are highly recommended to help you and other defenders understand what the rule is about, who created it, and when it was written. When your collection of YARA grows, having clear metadata will save you time. Without it, finding or updating the right rule can quickly become a challenge. So strings, as mentioned earlier, strings are the clues that YARA searches for when scanning files, memory, or other data sources. They represent the signatures of malicious activity and fragments of text, bytes, or patterns that could reveal the presence of King Malware's code. In YARA, there are three main types of strings, which have its own purpose. Let's talk about them and see how they can help defend the kingdom of TBFC. So here we have some examples. We have text strings. There's a rule here, which is a string for Christmas. We also have case insensitive strings, no case. We have wide character strings, many windows executable, use 2-byte Unicode characters. Adding wide tells you how to look for this format, while ASCII enforces a single byte search. You can use both together, such as here. We have XOR strings. Malware's agents often XOR encode text to hide it from scanners. Using the XOR modifier, YARA automatically checks all possible single byte variations of a string, revealing what attackers tried to conceal. We have base 64 strings. We have hexadecimal strings. We have regular expression strings. We also have conditions. We can match a single string with that. We can match any string. We can match all strings. We can combine logic using and or not. We can use comparisons like file size, entry point, or hash. And it says here, our analyst has saved this file named ICE starter and executed it on one of the hosts. As a result, we can see that one file was detected. We can use man YARA command to find out what flags can be useful in our scenario. Putting everything together, this YARA command recursively scans the C drive using a rule file that can optionally display the matching strings when using the S flag. Next up is an interesting task where you'll need to create your own YARA rule. Good luck. It's time to complete the practical task. The blue team has to search for the keyword TBFC followed by an ASCII alphanumeric keyword across the Easter directory to extract the messages sent by McSkitty. Can you help decode the message sent by McSkitty? So we're going to open up our terminal here. That's the man. So we're going to do YARA. So first we're going to go to this folder. Okay, and as you can see, there's 56 images here. So to find a string, we might have to do the second question first. So let's do, we would need to copy this regex here. Regex screens are powerful, can match a wide range of data. So yeah, this is, like it says, where we don't know, because in the question it says followed by one or more alphanumeric characters. So it looks like this will be the regex we use for that. So let's go ahead and try that here. I think this should be closed. And there we go. We now have the second. So now that we have that, we'll actually go over here to our terminal and run this regex to be able to find out how many images have that string that we're looking for. So now that we have this regex, we'll go ahead and build out our YARA file. So let's clear, let's go nano. So that'll be our rule there. So we'll need to combine this part of it, the strings portion. So instead of all of this, let's actually see if we have a notepad and actually use Pluma. Let's just copy this, bring it to our clipboard. So maybe we can leave the author the same description. We'll just do for this one. So for description, I don't think that actually matters. So we'll just do save McSkitty. And then the date we're going to change to today's date. So instead of it being 10/10, it's 12/13. Confidence. This is to actually look for malicious files, so I don't believe we need confidence. So we can actually delete that one. Okay, now our strings is just gonna be TBFC plus this here. So we'll delete this string. We'll delete this string. And then for this, we'll do TBFC. And we'll go ahead and do TBFC, I guess, message. Since we're scanning messages sent by him, so we'll do message plus that command that we had followed by ASCII. So we need to add ASCII at the end of that. And for the condition, there's no specific condition except for the actual string that we're searching for. Okay, so it looks like we might be done with this rule here. We have it to search for this specific string here with that correct regex, and it's sorting for ASCII text. I actually spelled that wrong. That's funny. So it looks like we pretty much have everything we need to search for this. So we're just gonna go ahead and save this as, we'll just do tbfc.yar. Okay. And we'll exit out of that. Okay, now we can ls, and we can see our tbfc right here. So now we have to search for that keyword in that actual folder. So we're gonna copy this. So we're gonna copy that directory, and we're gonna run YARA So here we're going to use the S flag, and then we're going to do tbfc. So that's, we're going to copy this directory, and then we're going to paste that here. And let's see. So line 9 in our file. So let's go back to Pluma. It says I'm missing a bracket, but I have both brackets. Okay, so this bracket actually is fucked. So I see the error here. It goes after the 9 actually. And I kind of messed this up. I don't know how I got that extra behind there, but if we look here, this is the actual expression that we need. So let's save. And let's try to run that again. And there we go. Now we can see, let's answer the how many images contain the string. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Okay, and we can actually see HopSec find me island in. Okay, so this might be the third question, and it might be out of order. HopSec find me in island. Okay, maybe find me in HopSec island. Let's try that. And we are done. If you enjoy watching this, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch any other of the videos from the advent of cyber, you can click on the top left, and I have a whole playlist with every day up to now, and I will continue up until Christmas. So yeah, that's all here. I will catch you in the next video tomorrow.